Face to Face. I'm John Houston, and this week I'm going face to face with Sister Michelle Germanson of Trinity High School.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm great, terrific.
Sounds good. So I noticed you're not wearing your habit.
Well, you know, I wore the habit actually in my youth, back in the late '60s, and to be honest with you, I changed from wearing the habit because I could tell people treated me differently because of what I wore, not for who I was.
Oh, they get all kind of uptight and they wouldn't...
Exactly, and I thought, you know, if I deserve respect, I want it to come from my person, not because I'm wearing a habit.
What do you do when you're not at school? What kind of things do you do? Fun, hobbies?
Oh, that's a good question. When we're off season from our seasons, of course, I go to Cub games. Sweet Jesus, I love the Cubs. Although God knows they didn't do so well this year at the end.
The Cubs? What happened?
They forgot to show up. It's almost would have been better off if they just said, well, we got this far, let's quit. I don't know what happened to them. I really don't, because I follow them closely and I watch their games, and they were an awesome team. I don't know why they choked.
So now, are you not allowed to curse then when they're doing poorly?
Well, you can think what you want. No, no, I don't. I try to come up with, no, I don't. I just, you know, I mean, I'll say stupid words like, oh, rats, or oh, something. But, I can...
Fiddle faddle?
Yeah, that sounds good.
What made you want to go into the sisterhood? Or better yet, what did you do before you went into the sisterhood? Did you date a lot? Were you a crazy child?
I was a regular high school kind of kid. You know, I went to a co-ed school in Madison, Wisconsin. You know, was a part of everything, and dated, did all the kinds of things you do when you're in high school. And a bunch of my friends were going. And I thought, well, there's an idea. So I really had no pious reason. I wished I did. I wish I could tell you my family prayed every day and I was on my knees half the time. But there were no pious reasons. Just my very good friends were going. And I thought,
Were you a good student in high school?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I don't know. As I look back on my life, part of me knows I didn't have time because I wanted to have fun, you know, and much of my time was spent having fun, I suppose. And I mean, I do remember being known as the class clown, and so when someone tells you you're that, you have a reputation to live up. School was never my thing. I didn't flunk or anything, or not do well, but I was not a shining star.
Okay. Female, should they be priests?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's never been a desire of my own, but, because I'm happy being who I am. But I really believe that the option should be there for women. Absolutely.
Now, you said you get speeding tickets? Or are you a fast driver?
Well, yeah, actually, I think so.
And can't you just say, look, officer, I'm a nun?
Well, you know, that did happen. Well, it had to be a number of years ago now, maybe 6 or 8 years ago, when my license plate says Trinity on it. And I was on Thatcher. And needless to say, I got pulled over, as did the woman behind me. And he must have been he was a young officer, actually. He was very new. He pulls me over and says, ma'am, you're going 40 and a 25. I said, oh, really? I said, oh, gee, I'm sorry. And so then he's, well, may I have your license? So, of course, my license was in my legal name of Margaret. And so that was no clue I was the nun. And then he sees the license plate is Trinity, but it's a Wisconsin plate. So he comes back and he said, well, ma'am, why do you have a Wisconsin plate? I said, sir, it's a long story. This car doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my community of sisters, and they're from Wisconsin. Okay. He comes back again and he says, well, if I don't give you a ticket, I can't give her one. If I give her, I said, sir, I was wrong. So just give me the ticket. I mean, I was wrong. Hello. I didn't want to give him a heart attack here. I said, no, I'm wrong. And so then he comes back and he hands me my stuff. He said, I have to go. He said, I have to go in emergency. And then he hands her stuff. The light's going away. He goes. Well, it wasn't even a number of days later, I ran into somebody from the police department who I know. And they said, Michelle, you are the laughingstock of the police department. He calls, he says, I got the nun from Trinity. What do I do? Look like you're in an emergency and get out of there. So now I try to behave better on Thatcher.
And that's why you got to wear your habit when you drive.
Well, I know.